World's oldest koi fish, Hanako. Koi fish are known to have a long lifespan. However, their lifespan can vary widely depending on the fish environments and genetics. In the wild, life expectancy of the common carp is approximately 30 to 40 years. In captivity, the average koi lifespan is 70 years. In fact, it is quite common to witness a koi that is over a century years old in Japan. This is one of the reasons why koi fish have gained so much admiration in Japan and the rest of the world as well. Environmental factors that contribute to a long lifespan are clean water and a good pond filter, quality koi food, and long cold winters. The cold season will slow down the koi's metabolism drastically. During this period, the fish may eat very little. In fact, during the coldest winter months, it is recommended to completely stop feeding as described in the Koi Feeding Guide. Genetic factors also play a significant role in koi's potential lifespan. In Japan, this ornamental carp is called Nishiki koi. They are bred for specific traits such as their body shape and coloration. Of course, large size is a desirable trait, but only if the shape of the body and coloration is maintained. Outside of Japan, koi are often bred for different characteristics. For example, the popular butterfly koi are bred to be much hardier and exhibit faster growth. Therefore, a koi fish that lives over 200 years like Hanako is extremely rare. At 226 years old, Koi Hanako was the oldest koi fish ever recorded. Koi Hanako was a beautiful scarlet-colored female hikoi in Japan. Her name Hanako is translated as flower girl in Japanese. Born in 1751, Hanako was born in the first year of Horeki in the middle of the Tokugawa era in Japan. Hanako died in July 7th in 1977 at a grand old age of 226. This made Hanako not only the oldest koi, but also the longest living freshwater fish to ever exist on the record. This record has yet to be surpassed to this day. Hanako's actual age was verified by analyzing the rings on her scales, much like how dendrologists determine the age of a tree by counting the number of the rings of the growth on the wood. The annual growth rings on the scale of Hanako was counted using a light microscope. The growth rings on the scale shows a pattern of wide growth followed by a narrower growth. The differences in the width of the rings reflect the seasonal change of summer and winter. During the summer season, fish eat more and grow more, resulting in a wider growth ring pattern. The narrower growth represents the slower metabolism during the cold, icy weather. In order to analyze the exact age of Hanako, she was extracted from the pond in the deep mountains of Mino province. 2 scales from different parts of her body were taken off with tweezers. The individual growth rings on the scales were painstakingly analyzed over a period of 2 months by Professor Masayoshi Hiro of Laboratory of Animal Science, Nagoya Women's University. Professor Hiro and Dr. Kome Koshihara, the last owner of Koi Hanako, were both surprised when Hanako was discovered to be 215 years old at that time. Following this discovery, the remaining 5 koi carps in the same pond were examined as well. After a year-long analysis, the results show that the other fish in the pond were all over 100 years old as well. In May 25th, 1966, Dr. Kome Koshihara made a broadcast to a whole Japanese nation through Nippon Hoso Kyokai radio station about the story of Koi Hanako. At that time, Hanako was 215 years old, weighing 7.5 kilograms and 70 centimeters long. He explained that the koi was passed down from his grandmother on his maternal side, who had inherited the fish from olden times. Dr. Koshihara described Hanako as his dearest friend. He had added, "She and I are dearest friends. When I call her saying, 'Hanako, Hanako,' from the brink of the pond, she unhesitantly comes swimming to my feet. If I lightly pat on her head, she looks quite delighted. Sometimes I go as far as take her out of the water and embrace her." While nobody knows the exact reason for her amazingly long lifespan, perhaps the crystal clear waters of the Japanese mountains and the great love and care of her owners was the key. Koi fish may look like an oversized goldfish, but they are not even remotely related. Koi are actually a type of carp, and today they are some of the most expensive pet fish in the world. But why? Koi were originally raised in Japan in the 1700s, when rice farmers first began breeding them for their distinct colors and patterns, similar to how we breed dogs for specific traits. And just like prized dog breeds, Japanese people take koi breeding very seriously. There are regular competitions to name the top koi. Judges and buyers pay attention to how healthy its skin looks, its size and body shape, and how gracefully the fish moves in the water. But the most important trait of all is the koi's coloring. The best koi have a good balance of colors and patterns according to their variety. For example, there are koi with light blue spots, ones with large red patches on their backs, or all metallic gold. But the most winning fish often just boil down to these three varieties. They are often the most valuable. They dominate the shows, winning nearly every major category each year. And the most better looking the fish, the more a buyer is willing to pay. And they can be worth up to $1.8 million. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to your koi fish lovers friends. Goodbye. See you later.